Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is your host, Sam Capizzi, here to bring you everything crypto related, where the rich never sleep. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Core, Bitcoin Segwit, what's going on with the whole fiasco, how to treat your investments, or how I'm treating them anyway. You can treat them however you would like. So let's jump right into it. So I made this little quick presentation, and let's actually start with the first slide. So here we are, Bitcoin Gold. So let's talk about, so what I did is I created a series of about, I think, 5 questions, some of the more common questions that come up. So when is this hard fork scheduled is the first question. It's scheduled for around October 25th. The block that the snapshot will take place on is block 494,784. Now, there is no set official date. It is October 25th because the time that it takes to find a new block always varies. It's typically around 10 minutes, but that could change. Sometimes it happens faster, sometimes it happens longer. On average, it takes about 10 minutes. So there is no official way to determine the date other than by giving an estimate that it'll be on block 494,784. Now, just to give you a quick idea, if you use blockexplorer.com, you can see what block we are currently on. We are currently on block 489,104. So depending upon the time that it takes to get to block, what did I say, 494,784 will vary. Someone roughly calculated on average 10 minutes and what do you call that, extrapolated that out and found out that, the 25th would be the approximate date of the fork. So again, there is no current way to determine what day specifically, but it'll be around October 25th. Now, what the hell is what the hell and why is there another fork? Is my second question. So the idea, the biggest concern about the hard fork, or the biggest push for it, is that it will make it mineable on your average consumer laptops, computers via your GPU. So currently, miners need to use ASIC chips, which are cost expensive and prohibit your average user from being able to mine Bitcoin. And as a result, you get a lot of these big mining farms over in China. There's others as well, and it becomes not so decentralized, Bitcoin. So what we have is this new chain, and I skipped that question, sorry. What we have is basically a set of miners looking to create a new fork on the existing chain that is, mineable via GPUs, which makes it, more accessible to mine and earn income and find a new block reward, or receive a block reward and earn some of those transaction fees. Additionally, they are also looking to have less fees of the current version of Bitcoin. So that's kind of the incentive behind the split. Now, another question: if Bitcoin isn't owned by someone, who decided to fork it? So anyone can actually fork Bitcoin. In fact, forks happen all the time, every day. What you have is, for example, if you have a double spend attack, or anyone with an invalid transaction, this creates a fork in the current chain. And what you get as a result is what we call these orphan blocks that aren't picked up and agreed upon as the largest chain. There's other nodes out there that might disagree with a dishonest transaction, and they keep going and building off of the honest and most recognized chain by the masses. So you have forks all the time. If someone creates an invalid transaction, it actually just gets it never gets mined by people, and well, it could get mined by a node that believes it to be honest, or someone that is acting in a dishonest approach and mines it, but that block is actually orphaned. And you could have forks all the time. So this fork specifically is well, any fork that you see that's popular, like Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin Cash, is just a larger group of individuals agreeing to actually mine on that chain. So anyone can create a fork, but the supply and demand for it is what really drives it. So if a group of people, if me and my roommate get together and we create a fork, and we go our own route, it's not necessarily going to be worth anything. Are people mining it? Are others going to be interested in supply and demand? Are we going to be able to sell our Bitcoin, our new fork, for anything valuable? So it's really just anyone in the community who wants to get together and change some of the rules and protocols in how the current fork works can do so. It's open source, and as long as there's a demand for that chain, there will be value behind it. So essentially anyone can get behind and split Bitcoin. How do I get some of this new free money called Bitcoin Gold? So there's a few steps. So if you have it now, first and foremost, some of the exchanges will come out and announce that there is that they will be supporting the chain, supporting the hard fork, the new Bitcoin Gold. So if that's the case, you'll be able to leave it on the exchanges the same way that prior to the last fork, some of the exchanges came out and announced that they would be supporting it. Currently, I don't know of any that are. But to make sure you do, no matter what, you can always move your coins from Coinbase, from your exchanges, and move it to either a desktop wallet or a hardware wallet, one in which you own the private keys to. If you own the private keys to your Bitcoin via your desktop wallet or your hardware wallet, whatever it might be, you will have equal amounts of Bitcoin Gold. You'll be able to claim them on either chain, no matter what. If you have your private keys, you will be able to access that same the new blocks under the same private key on both chains. So as long as you have your private key, you are definitely set. Now, if you don't have your private key, like I said, wait for some of the exchanges to announce it. There will likely be some. Currently, I don't know that any officially announced that they are supporting it, but last time we started to know, a week or two before. So I suspect this week and next week we'll start to know more about that. So how do I get this Bitcoin Gold? Do I need a special wallet? How do I find the gold? So like I said, as long as you have your private key, when that chain splits, you are eligible to go on either chain and claim your Bitcoin. Whereas if you are not supplied with your private key, like most exchanges don't provide you, then you may not be eligible. So once there are wallets out there that support the new Bitcoin Gold, you can go on them as long as you had your private key and as long as you had Bitcoin on the snapshot of that 494,000-ish block, you'll be able to claim your Bitcoin on either chain. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for what Bitcoin Gold is. I also wanted to highlight, I brought in an article here, where is it? From, this is on news.bitcoin.com, which highlights some of the key differences between some of the forks and some of the new chains that we have here. So just to highlight with Bitcoin again, one of the biggest advantages is that it will include mining. It'll be mineable via GPUs, which all the other chains do not. They all require ASIC chips, which are expensive. Additionally, one of the other biggest advantages is that the difficulty adjustment in the block will be changed each block. It will vary each block. So the block difficulty is basically just how difficult it is for the miners to mine the next block. And basically, to put that in layman's terms, is a cryptographic algorithm that computers are required to solve. And by adjusting that difficulty adjustment, or allowing it to be adjusted every block, you have more flexibility in being able to basically stabilize the chain and make it such that the rewards aren't dished out too quickly or delayed, and basically scale. It basically enables the scaling of Bitcoin, and it gives it more flexibility by allowing that block adjustment to be every block as opposed to every 2 weeks. So that are some of the biggest advantages of Bitcoin Gold. Now, we also have Bitcoin2x and Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin2x we'll talk a lot more about on the channel once this hard fork is over. But the biggest difference between that is basically increasing the block size from 1 megabyte to 2 megabytes. So that would take place in November, and the block size would be increased to 2 megabytes. What that will allow is more transactions to be fit inside of a block. So that's really the biggest thing for Bitcoin 2x. Now, with Bitcoin Cash, what we have is basically no Segwit. So currently we're on the Bitcoin core chain here, right here, and Bitcoin Cash never implemented Segwit, which a lot of people argued was vague in description or vague in how it actually aimed to solve the the scaling issues in Bitcoin. So that was the biggest difference between the current chain we are on and Bitcoin Cash. Additionally, I also forgot to mention there will be replay attack protection on both the Bitcoin Gold and the Bitcoin Cash chains. And what that is it's kind of like an added security layer. When you split chains, there is a small chance of actually losing funds on the new chain due to what we call these replay attacks that can occur. Bitcoin Gold is resistant to those attacks, whereas Bitcoin and Segwit2x are not. So those are some of the differences summed up in a little table for you. Now, I also want to talk about the prices and how this affects prices and how I am leveraging the information that I just shared with you guys. So as you guys see, the price of Bitcoin has gone up a lot recently. Not a lot, but it's gone up. We have had a lot of very poor volume up until today. Is actually, we've been increasing in volume slightly these last couple of days, but as of recently, the last couple of weeks, we've had very low volume. And I'd like to pull this also up on Coinigy. What I want to show you is how little volume we had and why we're seeing a lot of the price action that we are. We are seeing a lot of people actually pull out of vaults and go into Bitcoin, and that's increasing the price of Bitcoin. There is not a lot of new money flowing into the market. The current market cap is $150 billion. And if we pull this into the 1 month time frame, we haven't really increased the market cap all that much. We see a slight increase in market cap, not a whole lot. We've at 152 right now, or 150, up from 146 as of the end of September, which isn't a whole lot. Meanwhile, we saw the price of Bitcoin. If we go back to Bitcoin's price, do they have it here? No, we have to go back a page. We'll go back to the price of Bitcoin. Meanwhile, we saw the price of Bitcoin steadily increase, I think, a lot quicker than the total market cap. So what this price action is a result of is people actually liquidating some of their alts and putting them into Bitcoin. Hence the large decrease in price of altcoins and the increase in price of Bitcoin. So if we come over to the chart, we can also show you just some of this in the charts. And I'd like to add OBV, which is a volume indicator. And if we do that and we bring this out to Bitcoin, USDT, you can see that the volume here for Bitcoin has really dropped off from starting September 10th to here, which is not a good sign. And it is not very indicative of what I would call a bull run. Yes, we have increase in price here, an increase in price from pretty much ever since that Chinese FUD that we had, but it has not been good in the sense that it hasn't been that there hasn't been a lot of volume and not a lot of new people entering the market. I think there's a lot of uncertainty. I think a lot of your major hedge funds and big institutions, and to be honest, they're not even that large yet because we're still not talking about a very large market cap, but we are seeing people liquidating their altcoins and moving in without new money flowing into the market. So I think the rise is temporary, and I think we will see corrections after the fork. I'll be interested to see how many people keep their Bitcoin in preparation for the Bitcoin Segwit2x fork shortly thereafter in November. So what we talked about a lot in the Moon Lounge, we had a call yesterday. We recommended people to liquidate, and this is a good opportunity to reassess their portfolio. So some of the weaker altcoins that you're in are going to be hit a lot harder than some of the stronger ones. Now, I'm not liquidating all of my altcoins to load up on Bitcoin. I am still going to stay pretty heavily invested in things like Qtum, Omise Go, Ethereum, Neo, especially as I'm staking my Neo and Qtum, and I'm not looking to sell a lot of those off. Additionally, the return on investments right now for Qtum and Neo, I believe, are a bit higher due to the fact that a lot of people are selling off. So you're actually earning a bit more of a return on investment right now in some of those coins that are being staked or are able to be staked. Additionally, I don't think it's wise to over leverage yourself in any one position because nothing is truly, safe. There's no reason that I'd want to hold 100% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. So I am looking to liquidate some of my smaller positions that I'm not, too bullish on, but nothing major. So I am looking to acquire some more Bitcoin. Things that are smaller down here on the list, like I mentioned, things like OMG, Ethereum, Qtum, Neo, things that I'm very bullish on for the long term. I'm not really looking to liquidate. However, some of these smaller coins like IOTA, Civic, 10x, ARC, I'm looking to liquidate a lot of those and receive some of that, free airdrop, I guess you could call it. Can I have a birthday shout out? Barry Herbst. I'm not sure where you are, but happy birthday, man. How old are you? Ryzen, excellent volume. Thank you. Hopefully transactions are cheaper with the mining fee so expensive from Vi. I'm very sad Neo, OMG, and Qtum are all down. So what I will be doing is I'll be looking to purchase back into the altcoins very shortly after the split, the ones that I liquidated. 29, I'll be turning 27. At least we are still in our 20s. Still a lot of time to do a lot of things with our lives. But anyway, I'll be looking to liquidate, or not liquidate, I'll be looking to reacquire or re-enter some of those altcoin positions shortly after the split on October 25th or 26th. However, I'll be interested to see, and I'll like to monitor the situation between, what is going to happen on, those couple of weeks in between that split and the next split. Will people stay inside of Bitcoin? Will they, in order to get that free airdrop again? Will some liquidate? I think you'll see a little bit of combination of both. I think you'll see a short jump in altcoins right after, and then perhaps another dip. But we'll talk all more about that in the next video. One thing I want to do, and I haven't done recently on the channel, is give away some free cryptocurrency to someone who had tweeted my last video. So yesterday I made a video on staking Qtum. You can check that out right here. It looks like we had 9 retweets. So what I'm going to do is pick someone, random number generator, and pick someone. It looked like there was 9 retweets. Not a random name generator, random number generator, between 1 and 9. And it looks like, was that number 9? I think I got number 9 because I think I clicked it. So yeah, number 9. So let's go to that video and see who number 9 is. How do I see my retweets? What am I doing? 9 retweets. Antoine Simon or Simon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tag him, tweet, winner of yesterday's free cryptocurrency. So usually I give away some free cryptocurrency here on the channel every day. All you have to do is retweet this video once it's done and once it's uploaded onto Twitter. So shortly thereafter, if you're not following me on Twitter, check it out. A lot of great information that I like to share there. And consider joining us in the Facebook group. We used to do, or not used to do, but we like to do a lot of live videos there where we answer some of your questions, kind of like this. So check that out. Also, this website might be of interest to you guys. Someone interested in knowing the returns of Qtum. You can go here to qtumexplorer.io, Qtum staking calculator. Type in an arbitrary amount of Qtum that you're staking, let's say 1,000 Qtum, and your current return on investment is actually pretty high. It's 21%. And I believe that doesn't matter whether you type in 1 or 1,000. Your return on investment right now is roughly 22%. Quite high given the amount of people staking on Qtum's network is actually pretty low right now. So I did a whole video on how to stake your Qtum in my previous video. I'd recommend checking that out if you have any. If anyone is interested in joining us in the Moon Lounge, feel free to email me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com. I provide links for that in the top of my banner, my YouTube profile, and in the links below. You get access to everything we trade, several group calls a month, a bunch of reports, 24/7 access to answer us questions. That's actually what you see going on in the bottom right there every 2 seconds. Additionally, I have a course over on Udemy for $10. It covers everything you need to know on cryptocurrency. It covers technical analysis. It covers how to get started in crypto, and pretty much everything you need to know. And if you have any questions on any of it, feel free to reach out, again, at cryptosomniac@gmail.com. I unfortunately don't know much about Electroneum, Barry, so I will be unable to answer that. Otherwise, it was great talking to you guys. I wish you all the best, and maybe we'll get on here and do a live video tonight. Got a lot of work to do preparing for BlockCon tomorrow and launching our website. So thank you guys all for supporting us. I look forward to bringing you a lot of exciting new information this week. And yeah, hit that thumbs up button. What that does, it allows other people in the community to know that this video was worth watching. I would greatly appreciate it. So everyone, have a great day. Try to liquidate some of your altcoins that you're not strong on. Use this opportunity to reassess your portfolio, some of the things that you might not have been so particularly bullish on due to the fact that they will get hit harder and may not recover after the hard fork. So thank you guys again, and have a great day. Oh, and remember, stay a crypto somniac, because the rich never sleep.